Let's get into it. Sold Not For Sale podcast. Coach Colin here. Tulsi Gabbard uncovers something, and I'm going to let you know the reason why I think Tulsi picked up on this so heavily. But she caught MSNBC. Tulsi Gabbard exposes MSNBC for taking Rogan's podcast with Michael Malice that I've been covering front to back and making it seem like Joe Rogan is a Kamala Harris supporter. I knew that statement about him saying she's going to win. I knew it would bite him. And everybody's like, he's just joking. He's just joking. Buddy, it's the biggest platform in the world. You don't just say Kamala Harris is going to win. Her campaign got wind of that, and they made this video. Check this out. Then we're going to explore what Joe Rogan actually said, since MSNBC is playing these games. Check this out.
Not sure if you guys caught this, but MSNBC was exposed today for yet another set of lies. They deceptively edited together this video of different Joe Rogan comments to make it appear that he was singing the praises of Kamala Harris.
She's going to win.
No, she's not.
She can win. She is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. She was a congresswoman for 8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. She's going to win.
No, she's not.
She can win. They just want no Trump, no matter what.
This is not reflective at all of the truth of what Joe Rogan said. And I think MSNBC has since taken this post down. But what's really serious here is that not only does Joe Rogan deserve an apology, there's actually something far bigger at stake here. This is yet another example of how MSNBC is working hand in glove with the Democrat elite and the Kamala Harris campaign to try to spread lies, simply things that are not true. So what this means is MSNBC is a for-profit corporation. They are helping Kamala Harris's election campaign. And what they are doing through their platform would qualify as an in-kind contribution to her campaign. It's worth a lot of money. The fact that they are doing this should require the Federal Elections Commission that manages campaign spending and campaign finance to require them to report this as an in-kind campaign contribution or to be punished for abusing their position in trying to use their platform that has nothing to do with journalism. It is purely a propaganda platform, and that they are using this in order to try to help Kamala Harris get elected. These people need to be held accountable for what they're doing, because otherwise they will continue to do this, continue to abuse their platform and their power to try to deceive the American people and help her get elected.
Wow. Tulsi on the job. She just figured this out about an hour ago. This is crazy that they would do this. And again, I've been talking about this for so long. I'm so happy someone like Tulsi, who is not conspiratorial at all. I keep saying these people who are journalists are just lockstep with Kamala Harris's campaign. The whole Weird compilation. Have you seen the Weird compilation? The second that Kamala Harris's camp started calling J.D. Vance and Republicans weird, every single person, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, they all started doing the exact same thing because they're trying to mold this reality. They're trying to show Kamala Harris's campaign as not being as out of touch as we all know they are, trying to show that what they actually say is fact. It's coming from real professionals, real journalists, hard-nosed journalists. So I'm so glad to hear Tulsi say that. And the compilation that they put together is gross. So I'm just going to go through it really quick, just in case you don't know about the Michael Malice episode. You're not someone who watches the channel all the time. Real quick, this is the part where he says she can win. So what they're talking about right now in reality is not how great Kamala Harris is. They're talking about, Michael Malice is touching on how Kamala Harris reminds him of America's wine mom. And he goes on to describe her personalities and what type of drunk they are. Here you go.
Oh my God, this cereal's got a rabbit on it. It's so great. Cackling. Then there is trying to drunk at work, where you're trying to make sense, but you don't. Space is around us all and unites us all and inspires us all. And then there's I'm being stern so you don't realize how plastered I am, and I'm making a point. That little girl was me. Now I'm going to go upstairs and don't knock on the door because I'm going to pass out. So those are her 3 ways she talks, and those are the wine mom faces.
Do you think they have her medicated? Because there was a guy that was speculating that some of the things that she says, the way she's sort of disconnected sometimes, and
I don't know
she goes
what-
on these rambles, that it's
I don't
indicative of certain anti-anxiety medication. I do not know if this is true. See if you can find that, because really
That
shouldn't
would
say
make
that
s-
about
that would
our
make s-
future president.
Yeah, yeah.
She's going to win.
No, she's not.
She can win.
She absolutely can win. I do not think she's going to win because the more she talks, like in 2020, how bad do you have to be that you can't even make Iowa? She couldn't even compete with the mayor of South Bend.
So there you go. When he says in that clip she can win, he also says that he thinks she's medicated. Okay? Just to give you a little clear vision of what's going on with Joe Rogan as he's saying this. And this is the reason that Tulsi Gabbard picked up on this part right here. Let me just pull this back. It's at 42 minutes, 5 seconds. Let me see if I hit that. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Here, let's flip back here. This is the other part that they used. So they took one part that's at 55 minutes, 40 seconds, and they took another part that is at 42 minutes, 5 seconds. And here's the second part.
Sliding is what bothers me.
Well, it all bothers me. It all bothers me, the fragility of the human mind. You know, so everybody forever was like, Kamala Harris is the worst vice president. She's the least popular vice president of all time. And then in a moment in time, all of a sudden she's our solution. She's our hero. Everybody's with her. All these social media posts about her. Try Googling a negative story on her. You won't find one.
So,
ta-da!
Okay, you've got me started, Officer Harris. So, they've been doing this live for years. So in 2019, our pal Tulsi absolutely nuked her in that second debate. And
Right.
if you looked at charts at the time, she's kind of, Officer Harris is like doing okay. First debate, she comes out, Joe Biden, you're a racist. The Democrats were looking for an alternative to Bernie Sanders that wasn't Biden. She starts going up in the polls, right? Second debate comes out. Tulsi, being a good Hawaiian, knows how to roast the pig. Just completely slams her. Not only that, she has no counterpunch. She goes on Anderson Cooper and she's like, well, I'm a top tier candidate, so of course people are going to take shots at me. That's her answer. She immediately starts going down in the polls. It's that day. You can see it on the chart I have on my Twitter. All the articles at the time that did an autopsy on Kamala Harris's failed campaign didn't mention Tulsi once.
Yeah.
It was BBC, LA Times, Reuters, New Yorker. A guy from the Washington Post just did a piece looking back on her campaign, didn't mention Tulsi either.
Isn't that wild?
They completely pretend it didn't happen.
Well, it just shows you that what they're looking for is not what they say they're looking for.
Yes.
Because she is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit, so she got to see people blown up by the war. She was a congresswoman for 8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. All those things you want.
But
And
she's
yet
not-
you don't want her.
Because she's not for war.
Yes.
Because
Well,
she's not
she's
for the
also
mission.
just not willing to play ball.
That's who he was talking about. That's why Tulsi picked up on this so quickly, because she's like, he's talking about me. And they made that look like Joe Rogan was talking about Kamala Harris. Do you know how crazy that is? Amazing. Some people, it is not founded whatsoever. Some people are saying that Joe Rogan's preparing to sue MSNBC. I think there might be grounds for that. They literally cut it together and made him seem like he's supporting Kamala Harris. And if what Tulsi says is true about an in-kind contribution, then that kind of makes sense. You took the biggest platform in the world. You made it seem like you literally cut together these parts of this podcast, made it seem like he was singing her praises, when in actuality he wasn't even talking about her. He's talking about Tulsi Gabbard. Maybe that is going to be a thing. So it seems like either what Tulsi said about them having to report it, or they're going to have to be punished for their abuse of power, or Joe Rogan actually comes after them. I think that would be very interesting. I'm just going to check really quick. Let's see if not connected to the internet. Oh man, see, expose MSNBC, disconnect your internet. I'm not surprised. Oh, it's on. Okay, beautiful. Let's see if it's actually here.
Well, I'm excited.
No, I don't want to see any of your videos. Actually, there's one video I want to see. I want to see if it's still up. So no, it looks like they took it down. Wow. I can't believe that. I wonder if they're going to issue an apology. I really do. Because these mainstream media talking heads, they just kind of glaze over things they do wrong. They just kind of keep pushing forward. They let the next news cycle come in. It's Sunday right now. The next news cycle starts in less than 24 hours. Hopefully, maybe they'll just try and push this along and act like it didn't happen. I hope Joe Rogan actually flexes some muscle in this situation and actually either asks them to apologize. Something has to be done about that. That was absolutely crazy. I'm going to play this little compilation or this little clip that Tulsi found for you guys just one more time so you can see the absolute lunacy of the left. MSNBC working with Kamala Harris's campaign. You cannot tell me any different. Check this out one more time.
Kamala Harris.
She's going to win.
No, she's not.
She can win. She is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. She was a congresswoman for 8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. She's going to win.
No, she's not.
She can win. They just want no Trump, no matter what.
This is not reflective at all of the truth.
Wow. Absolutely wild. Great job, Tulsi. Listen, great job. She found it. Absolutely incredible. She tagged Joe Rogan in it already. It's on X if you want to see it. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think needs to happen to MSNBC and what you think Joe Rogan has the right to do. Like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and other than that, I'm out.